These calipers come up really nice after a good sandblasting, don't they? What a sandblasting job. I'm going to pull these apart and check that they're serviceable and they can take a new seal kit. I don't even know the PVR. Can you still buy these seal kits for these? I'm not even sure. But anyway, I'll have to pull them apart. You can watch. We'll see how they pan out. Yeah. Well, it's just started to move. And it's scary because I'm putting in a lot of pressure to get that to move. And geez, when it comes out, she's going to come out at 100 miles an hour. Sort of very scary. And not loving it. Not loving it. Anyway, I've got no choice. What I like is a grease nipple in there and just use grease. It's a little bit more calculated, but I don't have a grease nipple that size. Otherwise, I do it that way. Anyway, back to time lapse. Okay, I think I'm hating these calipers. I've got a tremendous amount of weight on that and it hasn't budged. Can't get it to move in or out. I thought it was coming out, but I was mistaken. So I think I'm going to go to the bearing service and buy a grease nipple that I can put on that, and I can use grease because grease is going to get it out. But other than that, I'm just going to buy a new caliper. It's getting that way now. I do have some working ones on the XW out the back, and yeah, so I mean I could use them too. I just didn't want to pull one car apart to put another one together. Plus, they come off the car. It would be so nice to put them back on again. So anyway, that's it. Right, so I've been off to the bearing service. I bought a grease nipple that matches that, and I got these, and I would have preferred them to be like the originals, but they're not. They're the same but different, if you get what I mean. They're longer, which actually makes them a bit of a pest when you're doing these type of ends when there's not much room to play with. Sort of, yeah, it's almost like you actually have to put the thing on and bend it after. But nevertheless, I'll probably use them anyway, and at least they'll be brand new and nice. And might put that one on there so it's a match to that line. Okay, but meanwhile, forget the brakes. Let's see if we can get one of these calipers apart. I thought for fun I should show you this coming out. Now it's still terrifying to take it out, just not quite as terrifying. And the reason is it still has air trapped in there, which will be compressed. However, not the same amount. Oops. You should hear a little goose. This is not working. My shirt's caught. Get out. See? This is, oh, there she goes. It is scary. Oh, there she goes. She's gone. She greases, other than the fact that it gets everywhere. Much more tame. And I think these pistons have had it, so unless you can buy new pistons in the kit, I don't think I'll be able to reuse these. And this one, yeah, it's quite rusted there. I mean, you could use them at a pinch, but it really would be unadvisable. I'd certainly, I'd have to be stuck out the back of the boonies to do it. So I'll show you the other one. What have I done with it? It's just here. Oh, I've got very greasy fingers. Okay, I'll wash this one, and you can probably see how rusted that is. Anyway, so you get that. So they're out, and that's how you take them out when it's just they're really stuck. And there's no other way. Every toolbox should have that grease nipple in it. These are the calipers, and they're completely rebuildable. They're not too bad in there. I'll give them a bit of a clean up, better probably with sandblasting. You probably can't see it when I pick it up. Clean in there, sandblasting. The pins are alright. All the rest of the parts are alright. Quick talk about diffs. There's so many types, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so we've got this one, and it's a two pinion diff, this diagram here. So you have your two side gears and two pinion gears there. They call them pinion gears. I always called this the pinion shaft, so I was a bit confused. I always called these sun gears and spider gears. So sun gears or spider gears, but there you go. So there's that. So then there's this one here. This one's a limited slip diff, I believe. Limited slip diff, and it has the same, just two pinion gears and two side gears, but nothing else. Well, they all have two side gears. So your axles slide into your side gears, by the way. So then we have this diff here, which is a lock diff. Again, so it's your third type of diff. So, which would be a nice diff. Gee, I wish I had this diff. And if you look at this lock diff, it's a much stronger diff, and it has 4 pinion gears, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 2 side gears, and your clutches for your limited slip. Well, in this case, it's called a lock diff. I don't know the difference. I know the difference between a lock diff and limited slip, but because that's on this page here physically. Because this works with a couple of cones and stuff, and then your springs here. So go figure. 3 different diffs, and there's your standard ones. So I've got no idea. All I know is that diff there is not limited slip, but it's the race 2.9 to 1, 2.92 to 1 diff ratio, which if I go to the back of the specifications section, damn it, here, I'm pretty sure that ratio fits a V8. So that's a V8, 2.92 to 1 is a V8, the V8 302 ratio. And what should have come in my XY was this diff here, but it's not. So it's been changed out in the past. So I always thought it was original diff, and it's not. So that's how it's panning out. And I've got, I was sort of wondering if all the utes had a heavier weight diff in them. So if someone knows, meaning like a 4 pinion diff or something in the actual utes, you could let me know. This is a 500, this ute. So I don't know, there's more questions than answers here. So if you guys want to rustle around and find out, there's a really nice chap, his name's Brian, and he's been doing a lot of research on this stuff, and he's got a good network of friends that need to know about it. So Brian, thanks for your help so far, and I'd love to know more about these diffs. They're a Pandora's box when you start looking into them. It's amazing the variations Ford did. They didn't do the same thing twice. It's quite amazing. And whatever they had on the workshop floor at the time, they shoved in, I think. I've got a feeling that may be why that diff is a 2.92 to 1 and it's original. It's an odd thing to change a diff, a whole banjo housing, especially with a little 6-cylinder in it. And yeah, so anyway. So I've got all the parts ordered for the brakes, by the way, just to inform you. So I've got all the caliper pistons and seals and all that stuff, rubbers, they're coming in. I've got the new wheel cylinders going for their brake shoes and spring kits because they look pretty. And better shove some oil in it. Someone's actually mentioned to me, don't forget to put oil in it. And don't worry, I won't. That might have been Brian. I can't remember. And I'm really terrible at names. So anyway, look, thanks for watching. I thought I'd quickly show you guys how I put in wheel studs. So give them a clean, wax and grease remover, put some Loctite on it, and grab a washer and some grease the washer, put it through and put the nut on, and then rattle it down there. So yep, so I'll bring you back when I'm finished. Well, that's it, they're all on. There it is there. I got grease on them all. I wire wheeled them and greased them, so they're all ready to go now. And the nuts go up and down, or the nut spins up and down really well and easy. So that's another job done. Wheel cylinders next, I guess. Cheerio. Okay, so they're all back together now, and your pistons, seals, everything, gas O-rings, greased up and rubber greased. I only have rubber grease. I should have used silicone grease, but I only had rubber grease. Now I don't have any of that left anymore either. So the only thing you've got to watch out for these is they're actually pretty symmetrical, but you want the bleeding nipple when you bolt it together to be on the top of the caliper. So there'll be a left and a right. Unless this was done wrong, it should be all good. I'm not even filming it properly. So anyway, so you get it. So they get literally put in a plastic bag until I need them now. But they're done, and I'm pleased about that. Okay, cheerio. Okay, I zinc the little plug that, where does it go? Oh, there. I zinc the little plug goes in there through here. It's all pretty and zinced now. Nice. And I'm going to seal it with the old stag. Haven't seen stag around. A lot of you young guys wouldn't even know what stag is. But it's just a sealing, a sealing compound. It's red. You'll see it on various things. And it's that colour there. And that seals and doesn't go hard, and used to use it a lot in the old days. Not many people use it anymore. I've had this tube for longer than I care to remember. It's got a barcode on it, can't be that long. Anyway, I'm going to put all this stuff back together now. So I thought I'd wind the video up here, just show you where we're up to with the diff. I've got a lot of other things going, but on at the same time. Got the new back brake shoes. I zinced them. Check them out. They're cool. I've got Ford written on them. Nicely done. And I bought a new spring kit for it. I can't put these on, the brake shoes on yet and stuff, because I haven't got the handbrake cable. Got some flexi lines, so parts are slowly coming in now. I zinced, you know, the nuts, the bolts here, and the nice wheel cylinders. I got the wheel cylinders in and there, and you know, put the brake lines on, all buttoned up now, and so that's it. So that's, I'm pleased to have all that done. And so next time you see that, I'll have the drums machined, and I'll get them machined. I can't do it, and so it'll be all ready to rock and roll and fit to the car. And that's how I do. I get to do the front calipers, the front rotors as well, and then I'll be assembling the car from now on. So it's going to get quite exciting. So because I want to put it back on its wheels, obviously. So it'll be exciting actually doing some real assembly. So where it'll be actually permanent. So this thing will be on its feet soon, and that's that. That's it. So please like, share and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Cheerio.